2005, $6.7 billion was spent by Big Pharma on an industry marketing strategy known as detailing, in which pharmaceutical sales reps, PSRs, visit prescribers to promote their company's branded drugs.
The retail value of free drug samples distributed during these visits is estimated at $18.4 billion.
Since these drugs can only be prescribed by medical professionals, most of the industry's promotional and marketing activities are directed at doctors, pharmacists, and other healthcare providers.
Two competing views have dominated discussion on the matter. The prevailing view contends that PSRs significantly influence prescribing behaviors, and that this influence has negative effects on patients' welfare, and that PSRs encourage physicians to prescribe more expensive drugs. Many public policy organizations and consumer advocacy groups adhere to this view.
The prominent alternative view argue PSRs provide prescribers with valuable information. As a result, prescribers are better informed and make better choices for their patient. Pharmaceutical companies and industry groups advocate this second view.
The four major stakeholders involved in this controversy are pharmaceutical companies, prescribers, patients, and government.
In a free market society, the interest of pharmaceutical companies is to generate profit for its shareholders and to fund new research and development.
The physicians have a potential conflict of interest as they have financial incentives as well as an obligation to their patients.
The patient's chief priority is health and affordability.
Lastly, government has a responsibility to taxpayers to control expenditure for public health care.
Given the fact that one of every $5 spent on pharmaceutical drugs in the United States is paid for by state programs, state governments have taken steps to counter PSR influence.
Most notably, several states have undertaken counter-detailing initiatives. State employees visit physicians in hopes of persuading them to switch from prescribing branded drugs to providing lower-cost generic drugs.
Some advocacy groups, such as No Free Lunch, have criticized the effect of drug marketing to physicians because they say it biases physicians to prescribe the marketed drug even when others might be cheaper or better for the patient.
No Free Lunch argues that educational meetings that take place during meals paid for by drug companies constitute an advertising method known as direct-to-physician marketing.
The gifts bestowed to prescribers by PSRs goes beyond the limits of ethical promotion and suggests corruption in the form of bribery.
The effects of direct-to-physician marketing inflates the cost of drugs at the consumer level, where the role of pharmaceutical companies is that of marketer rather than researcher and developer.
In addition, Big Pharma is busy redefining what it means to be sick.
For example, changing the definition of high blood pressure or high cholesterol will effectively increase the number of diagnoses each year by millions.
The tactic of redefining disease is known by opponents of the industry as disease mongering.
As student nurses, it is our mission to advocate for our patients, making them aware of their role as consumer and the hidden truth about the pharmaceutical industry.